What a fantastic name, Jesse Rayburn. He should be on television. I do a search, and there you are. Jesse.
Massimo, welcome.
We've done now a couple of deals, and I think we got very good results for both your clients and our clients.
I do like working with you guys. Your clients are qualified, you've got solicitors ready to review contracts. Buyers in the market say that they're looking to buy a property, but they haven't spoken to the bank, they don't have a pre-approval, they haven't engaged a conveyancer or a solicitor who can review contracts, and these people have been looking for 4 months, potentially, or longer, and I'm like, well, you're not actually ready to buy. The idea of buying sounds good and feels good, but they're not actually ready to buy. So that's why I like working with people like yourself, advocates, because you educate your clients. All your clients are pre-approved for finance. They've got a solicitor on hand who can review contracts immediately, because often you can find a property that is going to be sold or an offer comes in, so you have to act quickly. You've qualified your clients, you know the brief as well that they're looking for, and you can match them with the right property. Also, steer them maybe into suburbs that they haven't been considering, just based on the profile of property that they're looking for.
That's right, and you're good with that. Like in the last deal that we've done, our clients had been looking, but in a slightly different area. And when you called me, asked me, hey Massimo, what clients do you have at the moment? What are they looking for? You were able to come up with a suggestion that obviously my clients had overlooked or not considered. And once I checked out the property that you were suggesting, I immediately thought, yeah, that will do. We did the inspection.
Yeah, it was in like 48 hours.
Yeah, we signed up the same day.
Well, I think your clients had been looking around like Hampton, that more Bayside area, for a townhouse. And obviously the price point there is much higher, and the properties are, I would say, equally as good on the other side of the highway. It's just the land component is more valuable. To your credit, you've brought the client across the highway. They've got what they believe and what they said was the best looking townhouse they did actually inspect. It was their dream home, and it was $600,000 less than others that they had been looking at on the other side of the highway. More people should work with advocates, because I think they just get this idea about they have to live in this specific location. They ignore others, and it means they end up compromising on their enjoyment of living in the property. What they actually want doesn't exist in that price point, in that location.
They might have seen 5, 10, 15, we've seen hundreds. So we immediately recognize, first of all, what the quality is, assess the location. We don't need to walk around. We walked around for years. Yeah. That's good quality, fits your requirement. Let's try and get it. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, multiple times. I think yourself and Lily are great to work with. Lily obviously brings a very unique set of skills, which is incredible. I remember having an auction a few months ago. A lot of buyers there who I couldn't communicate with, and you guys come along and assisted with that, which was very appreciative of. So yeah, it's been a good working relationship, and it's only just beginning.
I'm sure of it. At the end of last year, you kept saying, oh, I feel it, we're gonna get lots of deals together.
Yeah, I'm very much about manifestation. So if I want something to happen, I put it out there into the universe. Often it will happen.
I watched this documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he was saying exactly like that. If you can visualize, if you can see it in your mind, you can make it happen. I can see you're gonna get a lot of deals.
More deals. I think more people should engage the service of buyer's advocate. I understand that there is a fee that you do pay, but if you haven't purchased a property ever before, or you haven't purchased a property for 30 years and you're downsizing, say, you don't know what the market is. You don't know what the last sale on the street was. You don't know about a sale that maybe happened off market. You haven't been to 100 open for inspections in the last 2 months. If it is an auction and there's a price guide, is it going to sell for 10 or 20% more? That's why so many buyers are looking for 6 to 12 months before they purchase something. Yet when they engage a buyer's advocate, it's within sort of 60 days that they're purchasing. So you're going to have less time in market, you're going to make a better decision. You're also getting the expertise. Well, me on the selling side, I negotiate for a living. I negotiate with buyers who do this once every 10 years. That gives the real estate agent the upper hand, because we do this for a living. We negotiate every single day. If you're a buyer and you have a buyer's advocate in your corner, well, they also negotiate every single day. They understand the lingo. When an agent is talking real estate smack, they can see straight through it. They know how to make offers that look more attractive, like making it unconditional, not needing a building inspection.
When the building inspection is not necessary.
Yeah, if it's not necessary, or if you are going to make an offer and you are concerned about it, well, you'll get the building inspection done before you make the offer. So you can make the offer more attractive to the vendor. And buyers often miss out and they go, well, why did I miss out? Your offer is not attractive to the vendor. You've got a really long settlement, you want a building inspection, you want to put a finance clause in even though you have finance because somebody told you to be careful. I think there is a really huge benefit in people using the services of a buyer's advocate. I think you would get a better price and you probably wouldn't miss out on as many properties that you actually want to purchase.
Jesse, I couldn't have said it better. It's good coming from you.
And it's not their fault, it's just they're not educated. And so they'll have a wish list, 50 items of things that they want, and they have a price point. And I often say to buyers, I'm like, what you are looking for does not exist, is 2x your budget. A 4-bedroom apartment with a second living room and 2 car spaces in Brighton. There is nothing of that description for under $4 million, and your budget's 2. I would love to help you, but I don't have the time to invest 3 months with that client to educate them constantly about that, you know. But if they were using an advocate, they would be educated much quickly.
You know, when a buyer comes to you, they really only have access to your listings.
That's right.
Or maybe your office listings.
Office listings, yeah.
But we can deal with all agents, and therefore, you know, sometimes the off-market opportunities, of course you might have one, but you know, there's another 100 agents that also have one each. So when a buyer says, oh look, we don't need a buyer's advocate, we've got a good relationship with an agent, and they say, well, yes, one.
Particularly a lot of off-market listings that we do get, one of the first contact points for us is buyer's advocates. We have a huge database of buyer's advocates. We get emails every week from people like yourself saying, do you have off-market listings? And so every week we're constantly sending out off-market opportunities to advocates. At the moment there is a big portion of the market, probably 20-25% of properties that are selling which are not advertised. So unless you are in contact with every single real estate agent, constantly saying, send me these off-market opportunities. From experience is you send a couple off-markets to potentially people and they say, it's not what I'm looking for, like, you know, please stop potentially bothering them. But with an advocate, they're looking for multiple buyers. So you can send through 5 off-market listings at a time to a buyer's advocate and they keep it on the books and they find new clients and you do deals off-market, which most of the public don't have access to.
You're right, particularly in the current market where the statistics say that listings are down about 30 to 40% compared to sort of the average. I think right now many agents are feeling it because obviously the volume of business that is being done is...
Yeah, it's much lower. I think just across the board, like it's just common sense, isn't it? If there's 40% less properties for sale, then agents will not be earning as much because they're not selling as many.
And if you do have a property on the market now, it's actually very likely to get a good result.
Yeah, something like 30 to 40% less properties on the market, but prices have not come back 30 or 40%.
Actually, it's creating an imbalance, which is good for vendors at the moment. Almost all deals that we do, there's always competition. When there's competition, obviously our relationship with agents makes us the preferred party to deal with. If you're talking to me, you're not wasting time.
Yeah, definitely. If you're selling a property and there's a few interested parties and one of those interested parties is an advocate that you've done multiple deals with, you know the offer's going to come in clean, it's going to be aggressive, there's probably going to be a time limit on it, so the vendor has to make a decision quickly. Yeah, often advocates do win out because they know how to present an offer which is favourable to the vendor.
And still good for the buyer.
Yeah, it's still good for the buyer.
As clean and as attractive as possible, but not necessarily in terms of price, but in terms of conditions.
Yeah.
Not necessary to be subject to finance, not necessary to be subject to building inspection. Sometimes we found that solicitors complicate things sometimes.
But yeah, I've seen offers at a lower price to another offer be accepted because the terms are more favourable. Like the old saying, 1 in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. If it's a clean offer, it's straightforward, good terms, it's more attractive maybe than one which is slightly higher. Keep it clean, keep it simple.
Thank you, Jesse.
Well, it's a pleasure. We'll do more deals, more business to come, and say thank you to your colleague Lily as well. She's great to deal with.
Tell her directly, she's just there. Thank you very much for having us over to your amazing office.